Yes, thanks. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon to some of you. Susan Gaytan here, live from Alan Ram's Proactive Training Solutions. We're going to wait for some of you to hop on. Happy holidays to everyone, whatever it is that you celebrate. I'm excited for today's segment because we're going to be talking about what everybody is talking about and the trends that you will see happen next year. So, person, hi Shelly, hey Eric. Whether you're a salesperson, a manager, a sales manager, BDC, general sales manager, dealer principal, these are the things that you should be looking out for next year. So we're going to talk about the top 3 trends that you will see have the biggest impact on your business. Hello, hi. Hey everyone. Hey Jennifer, Cassie. All right, so I wanted to start off. We'll give you guys just a minute to log on, but yes, so this is what everyone's talking about. This is what's going to have the biggest impact. So these are the things that you should be proactively focusing on and addressing in your dealership, in your business. Even if you're a salesperson here, even if you're brand new to the business, this is what people are talking about. So this is what you should expect next year. The first thing that everybody is talking about is the rise of these digital retailing sites. Some of them subscription-based, but these digital sites that are enticing your shoppers to do business with them, completely leaving the customer experience out, buying directly from the manufacturer. And so this is a huge shift that everyone's making. It's frightening actually to some, but the used car market has definitely been affected by this. And so let's talk about that right now. So obviously these sites are gaining market share and they're going to have a bigger market share next year. So let's talk about, we know that these sites are attracting people because of the ease of buying a car. Why do they want to buy directly from them and leave the customer experience out? There's one reason: because they hate the high pressure negotiation aspect of buying a car. However, I'm going to talk about some statistics in a minute, but people still want that customer experience from you. So the disadvantages of buying from those sites, and there's a few. One of them is that they've got to know exactly what they want before buying the car from these sites, whether it's Carvana, FlexDrive, Fair, any one of these. They don't have the ability to go and test drive cars, okay? So they got to know exactly what they want. Now, we don't want you guys to become, as dealerships, a place where everyone goes and test drives these cars. If they do, obviously, this is why it's so important for you guys to focus on this, because you want to take advantage of these guys when they're in front of you. Another disadvantage is that there are shipping costs depending on where these consumers buy. Some of these consumers are a lot closer to these Carvana rooftops and they pay less shipping. Some of them are a lot further away and they'll pay up to thousands for shipping on this car. Now, hopefully they're completely happy with the car that they've purchased. Many times they're not, in which case there will be restocking fees. So there's a lot of fees. There's a lot of disadvantages to buying. Yes, it's attracting consumers, but we need to know what these disadvantages are so that you guys can utilize these and talk about them with your consumers. Now, for you, what does this mean? What can you do? We have to focus on the customer service experience. We have to be a little bit more transparent. Yes, we know that one of the reasons these guys like these sites is because there's transparency. They get the information, the price this quick. They don't have to go through the whole, they don't have to jump through hoops to get information like they feel that they have to at the dealership. So you have to be a little bit more transparent. This does not mean that you need to discount. This does not mean that you have to run to the desk at the first breath of the word price. No, this just means that you have to, number one, add value before you even get to that point that you're talking about price. But be transparent. Look, people will still pay a little bit more to get a great experience. We know this. This is why people go to Nordstrom's and many other retailers where they know that they're paying a little bit more. The second trend that we see is the shift to EV cars, okay? We know this. Now, this is going to grow even more next year. $225 billion is what global automakers have committed to in the next few years to build these EV cars. Okay, so people want them. However, what's interesting is that as dealerships, we're not prepared for this. In fact, the new Ford Mustang Mach-E, Ford did a little experiment and they did some mystery shopping with some of their stores, and you can look this up on the internet. But they wanted to see what sales reps were saying about this specific car. And so they mystery shopped several stores. We're quite disappointed. But at every dealership, they were kind of tossed around. No one really knew exactly how to present the benefits, the benefits to that EV car. So make sure that you are educated on your model lineup and what you have that may be attractive to these kind of consumers that want to spend a little bit less. Now, if you are in an urban metro area dealership, you're going to see a faster incline in this shift because obviously these areas, the infrastructure supports these EV cars. You know, they've got charging stations everywhere. So if you are in an area like that, it's even more important for you to know and educate yourself on your specific model lineup. And if you do have options for either hybrid or EV cars, make sure that you are the one that's educated on that. You'll get all the phone calls. You'll get to talk to all of those people. So, and if you're a manager, make sure that your team is trained and knows how to address these phone calls and these consumers that are looking for this information. The third trend that we are seeing, and I love this because it ties everything back together, is that even though we have these trends going to digital EV cars, statistics say that 60% of US consumers are interested in the concept of buying digitally straight from the manufacturer. However, 67% of all consumers still rank the rep's knowledge and customer service as the main factor in decision making. What does this mean? This means that people still want to talk to a salesperson. They still want that genuine face-to-face interaction. And so this is the time. It's critical right now that these digital sites are attracting and enticing your shoppers to look elsewhere, right? To buy through these cliche models. It's more critical than ever for you to focus on your customer service. Do you have a list of your dealership's benefits, advantages, whether it's loaner vehicles, warranties, whatever it is, consumer events, sponsorships, community sponsorships? Do you have a list next to your phone, and are you advertising and promoting these benefits beforehand to your shoppers, or do you wait until they buy a car and then let them know? Because this is why dealerships have these benefits. As a manager, are you making sure that your guys know every single benefit to doing business with you? You have to talk about this. We have to focus on adding value and being proactive. Look, the bottom line is, regardless of these trends, people still value the face-to-face interaction with people. And so if you are in the car business, make sure that you are adding that value at every touch point. Don't just react to consumers looking for cars. I was just talking about the hunter versus farmer philosophy with a big dealership group the other day. And some of you guys are aware, and I have a couple minutes for this, so I'm going to talk about this because I think this is quite important. But, you know, in sales, there are these two approaches to any sales opportunity, and it's the hunter and the farmer mentality. When you think of a hunter, the hunter finds a place to sit and wait with his shotgun for a deer to pass, right? If a deer passes, the hunter eats that night. He feasts, right? He has that instant gratification. Now, if no deer pass, the hunter doesn't eat. So it's not guaranteed. On the other hand, if you think of a farmer, the farmer doesn't have that instant gratification. He's a little bit more patient, but he makes sure to fertilize his soil. You know, he's planting his seeds, he's watering his crops, he's tending to his crops. And in time, what happens is he'll have an abundance for him. And so in business, in any sales business, and especially in our business, the best and most successful reps and dealerships understand that you have to have a healthy combination of both of these mentalities. Traditionally, the car business has been a very impulsive, reactive business, right? What can you sell today? What do you have out today? However, now more than ever, it's critical that we farm, that we think ahead, that we not only sell to Billy Bob Smith, but we sell to Billy Bob's wife, his neighbor, his son who just turned 16, his coworker. We have to think bigger, not just react and not just sell once. So we have to farm. And this takes, in order to steer a ship, you can steer it just an inch and it'll go in a completely different direction. But in order to shift that ship, it takes a whole dealership management group. And this philosophy has to be driven into every aspect of your dealership. So right now that these digital sites, these other mediums are enticing and trying to attract your shoppers, you need to make sure to focus on retention, customer service. It's all about that. Again, the industry is a wonderful place to be. I love this business, but we have to stay on top of these trends if we want to succeed. So wanted to open it up, and we have a couple of questions. I don't know that we have a lot of time. We're kind of running out of time, but we would love to hear from you. Comment if you're listening to this. What are you doing at your dealerships to differentiate yourself, to have a leg up against this competition? What are you doing? What are you doing different? Why are consumers choosing to do business with you? We would love to hear your comments. I would love to open this up and get comments from everywhere, including our clients that we work with across the country. So it's been great. Couple of announcements. We have our Management by Fire class. So excited about this class. We've got new content. We've got a great group attending already. March 17th in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, March 17th. So make sure to look out for discounts for that. We do email a lot of promotional stuff. So once in a while, our CEO decides to give a little discount for that. So look out for that and take advantage of that. And let's see, any other announcements that we have? If you are not a client and you'd like more information, on a free trial of our Adapt VT training, email us. Just a reminder, we do 7-day free trials for folks, whether you're a sales rep or a manager. I also offer demos into our training program. So that's all we have. It's been a fantastic 2019. Let's make it an even better 2020. We would love to help work with you guys and be a part of your success in the future. We're here for you, whether you're a client or not. Have a wonderful holiday and be safe, everyone. Okay? Until next time, until 2020. We'll see you then.